video. So check it out. I was trying to do this video of scouting out an estate sale with you guys. I was going to do a video how to scout out an estate sale, and had a hard time trying to record my screen at the same time while doing a voiceover at the same time, which I probably can't do it at the same time. Just probably don't work that way. So we'll just talk about the sale in general. So I just went and started a list. I was number one, first one there. I started the list. It was 3 o'clock. I started the list at 3 o'clock. It says on the rules you can't start a list until 12 o'clock, but I broke the rules to start the list at 3 o'clock. I wrote down on the list my phone number. So after my name, I put Steve's name, and then I put Laura's name. I put Steve's name and Laura's name in like a different typed handwriting. Mine's kind of like, I don't know, whatever. I didn't take a picture of it to show you, but I put his handwriting in a different font. And then I put on the Old School Picker. I threw the Old School Picker Larry on the end of it, so we have 4 people on the list. And I left Larry behind to guard the list. Larry, Larry, I hope you can hold down the fort from there. So, yeah, we left the Old School Picker there to guard the list and hold the fort down, and hopefully everybody sees him, though he is invisible, and he's gonna try and do it from his house over in Tennessee. I think in Tennessee, North Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, one of those states, one of those areas. So shout out to the Old School Picker. If you haven't watched the Old School Picker, you should. He's a really fun dude. He amps everybody up to get more sales going and shows you different small creative things that you didn't think that you could actually probably even list or sell on eBay. He does. He manages it. He'll show you how to do it. Definitely good channel. So anyway, we got Larry guarding the fort down, and so I threw his name on there, and I threw his name in a different font too. So I got 3 different fonts of names, and then I left my pen because I wanted to put Larry in black pen, but I didn't have a black pen. Yard sale, Church Street. Yeah, I didn't have a black pen, so I couldn't leave Larry's name in black ink. So I left everybody in blue ink with different fonts and left my pen there, as everyone was using this particular blue pen to put their names on the list. I taped the list next to the mailbox. I would have taped it right to the door, but there was another like sign there, and I didn't know if it was a sign basically for an open house, and I didn't know if they were having the open house right then, which it looked like they were. So I didn't want to, like, you know, put this ugly piece of paper list estate sale thing, you know, on the front of the door with my sticky, dirty fingers all over the tape. So I left the list, and then I took a picture of the house, and then I sent the picture over to a friend of mine that runs the estate sale to confirm that I did start a list, I did put up the list, and I told you that I could not park on the street where there is no parking. There is absolutely no parking on the road that the estate sale is going to be held at, so it's almost literally a nightmare because it's on a major road. It's a nightmare of a sale. You could never have a yard sale on this road because there would be no one to be able to park to even stop for your yard sale. So I don't know how they're going to do it. There is some parking in the driveway where I'm going to try to go back for 9, 10 o'clock 8, 9, 10 o'clock and camp out. Steve and Laura are going to head out around that same time, and we're going to meet up and hold down the fort in the parking lot, or driveway, you want to call it. And yeah, that'll be that. But the funny thing is they were doing an open house today, so I drove by there so early, right after work. It was on the way. So I drive up this major highway, and the sale is literally 5 minutes off the highway. So I'm like, frig it, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna start a list that's possibly solid, and mention on the top of the list that there's no parking, and I'm parked on a side road. And if you have a problem with that, to call me. So I left my phone number there, and said call me. So if I have a problem, they'll call me, and hopefully they ain't gonna be like, well, come and be present for 5 minutes. I'm just gonna be like, listen, I'm right down the road. I'm freaking taking a nap. I don't know, you know, there's nowhere to park over there. So that's gonna be my logistics of trying to sneak by this list for number one. I am not there right now. Yeah, I'm doing a sneak move. Is it legal? Is this move legal? Back to the question. Technically, is that cheating? It's only cheating if you get caught. So, I'm technically on Fletch Street right now. You know, I'm in my van. I'm taking a nap on Fletch Street, and that's kind of where we're at. I don't think they gave me my extra side of mashed potatoes. I don't see an extra side of mashed potatoes. Love this. I wanted an extra side of mashed potatoes. I didn't get an extra side of mashed potatoes. So that just irritates me. Well, I ordered from the same place that I got sick about 3 weeks ago. I got sick. I had they make the best meatloaf. I had the meatloaf, and I had a nacho, and I got sick off the nacho. Go figure. And I had to toss up my favorite meal. So now I ordered it again. I'm like very timid of that I ordered it again. I have a reoccurring nightmare of that night. Oh, Lordy, it was a tough one. Nachos and meatloaf at the same time. No. Hey, you need a clean out? That looked like a really dirty storage unit. That guy looked like he could use a clean out. But anyway, yeah, there was. So yeah, technically, was that cheating? Yes. And what was cool and interesting is that we had the abilities to possibly go into the house, because we were there at 3, and there was an open house sign, and I stuck my head in and I said, is there anybody here? Anybody home? I knocked on the door. I rang the doorbell. Nobody came to the door. Nobody answered the door. But the door was wide open with the keys in it, and my buddy Chris that runs the Estatesale, he already went through the whole house and started pricing stuff, because I saw tags on everything. So I know that they already went there today and probably priced stuff. I don't know why the keys were there and open, but I don't know. Maybe I should text him and make sure that he didn't leave the keys and the door open. But let me do that now, and then we'll go back to the video. So basically, it was an open house, and I wanted to take the tour of the open house and knock on the door and say, hi, I'm here for the open house. I really like this house, and I want to buy it, and I love Natick. I want to live in Natick. And they'd take me on the tour, and I could case out the house and where everything was, and like, show me the basement, show me this room, or show me that room. I want to see the bathroom. Oh, I want to see the upstairs bathroom. Blah, blah, blah. So that was my angle, and it didn't happen. It would have been pretty epic and awesome, but it didn't happen. I tried calling the realtor to see if they were in the area and be like, hey, is there any way I can take a tour? I'm in the area, I'd like to take a tour of the home. But it didn't work out. So, yeah, no, you never know. That's another angle that you could have to estate sailing, is finding out when the open house is in conjunction with the estate sale, and maybe you can go see the open house before the sale, like a day or two before, and kind of case it out and see where everything is, see what's there, see the quality of some of the stuff, and then yeah, move on, pretend you were buying a house. So like, subscribe, and if you like any of those angles, sometimes you got to play dirty, then hit the thumbs up if you like any of them, you know, dirty structured techniques. Not everybody plays fair, and sometimes you have to take any edge that you can over anybody else. So I was working in the area, and I made the effort to driving by and kind of fabricating a list and leaving a pen and yada yada. So yeah, we'll see if it prevails. I'll let you know when I go video at 9, even though this is a very lengthy talk. Peace. Late 8:45, and we are on our way for a 50 minute drive, and then we're gonna camp. Good old camp out. Yeah, we do stuff like this. We do camping out at Estatesale, and the front end needs a little work. Something, a little shake on the front end there. Slam the brakes on. But yeah, we're on our way there, and Steve already left about a half hour ago, so he should beat me there and check on Larry, and check if Larry's still there. OSP, we're counting on you to be there, Larry. Larry, Larry. Right, yeah, so let me turn back on the camera when I pull in the driveway, I guess. That'll be the ultimate decision of what happened. I don't know what I'm talking about. Get some coffee, get some ice, and fuel up, grab a pack of smokes, and then we're good. We're good for a long hauled night. Till then, bye. Figured I'd start the camera for that. Look at that. That's nice. It's gonna be a good night within a good morning. Gonna get a bunch of stuff for cheap dollars. Cheap dollars. Stacking a big pile, making a big pile. Stack it deep so I can sell it cheap. Beep, beep, beep. ZDB. Alright, here we are on the highway. I just made contact with Steve, and the list held up. Larry held down the fort. OSP Larry. Nice job, Larry. I knew by leaving Larry there it was definitely gonna get more people to start signing the list, because there was technically 3 separate people that signed the list. Well, technically I did, but technically there was 3 people on it, and everyone follows suit. There's 16 names on the list already, so I started at 3. 16 names on it already, and he said there's nobody there. Nobody's holding down the fort in the driveway, and the driveway holds about 3 to 4 cars. So, yeah, we're doing about 75. Yeah. All in hot tamale. So we'll make our way down there. Steve usually has an old, whoa, hey now, 6-pack of Narragansetts in the truck. So we'll probably hit down a couple of those. We'll go over the pitches again, formulate a plan, figure out who's going where and who's going to try and get what. And this has kind of been our tactic since we started, is we go in as a team, but we pick through what we kind of want before we go in. And then, you know, if you see it, grab it, and if I see it, I'll grab it for you, kind of thing. And then, yeah, try to clean house like that. Once in a while, we'll put our piles together. Usually never works, but I've done it before. We'll just say, let's put our whole pile together and make one price rather than 2 prices. But it's different tactics you can do, and yeah, this was one, formulating a weird list that probably was not gonna hold up with nobody being around to guard it. This not the company, but everyone that runs with this company is pretty anal on being there and holding the list and guarding the list, and yeah, the list is very important when it comes to our estate sales around here in Mass. Everyone loves to play with it, cross names off of it, manipulate it, rip it up, take it down, anything you can think of to play with the list. That's what they do. So it worked. Let's head up, and I'll send you a little video, start the video on the list, showing the list of what I did and who's actually on it. Let's go. Alright, here's my pile. There's box of scrap, big huge saw, hood to the kitchen, maybe use it. Media, CDs, cards, kitchen knives, wire, and a laser disc. That's what I got. That's my pile, I'm sticking to it. Alright, go video. We came, we saw, and we made a huge freaking pile. Kind of holding my phone in reverse here, but here's part of my pile and part of Steve's pile. Whew. Steve did the big stacking today. Definitely filled half the van with tools. I don't know what he paid, maybe $1,000. So probably sitting at 1,800 priced inventory, and probably all ground out to probably, I would think 4,000 to 5,000 would be a fair guesstimate. There's a lot of good items in here. My pile probably consisted of, let's say it was 800, his was 1,000. By the time I break it all out into items and piles and stuff, it would probably cost $1 an item, maybe a little less. I would really have to count it all out, but there's probably 100 comic books, there's at least 40 really good Matchbox cars, there's a bunch of scrap wire, there's at least 300 CDs, there's at least 300 DVDs, so maybe I'm pushing 50 cents an item, so not too shabby. The CDs and the DVDs are pretty good. They're maybe not the best, but they're pretty good, so I'd have to go through them. I don't know, there's a bunch of stuff in there, so yeah. We got number 1, 2, and 3, and we just cleaned house. But yeah, So I went for the DVDs and CDs first. That was kind of my thing. There was a bunch of drones there and all kinds of different things that you could buy, but I just particularly went for that first because I thought I could do well on that. And even if I sold them for $1 each, that's at least a double or a triple up. So easy math to crunch, you know. Nothing too crazy. I did get a couple of nice lots though that I will make a video and show you. So yeah, that's all. I mean, I could have ran around with my phone and got more footage, but that's all I really got. It was a lot of work to, you know, a lot of sweat to pull all the boxes out, and I don't have a, you know, camera mount or anything like that. So I got whatever footage I could get, and all in all, it went well. It was a good day. It was a good pick. Got some couple small items to crunch that are, you know, random lookup stuff, which I kind of like that. And yeah, so keep picking and come back, and peace.